Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Coldwave Monarch Yellow Challenge, and happy Halloween on the day of this video coming out. So, I know we went back to the lab recently, very recently, to make the deck different and better, but I think we're going to go back to the lab again here. So, as you can see here, quite a few changes have been made, even though I just made some changes. I talked with the friends over at the Atlanta Goat Format Discord group, and they gave me some advice on parts of the deck that they thought were bad, including our friend Cobra Jar, but we'll get to that. And so there were a lot of different ideas going around. Some people thought that the general direction of the deck was working and okay. Others thought it was very bad. And so it was kind of difficult to figure out what direction to go with it. But one thing that kind of caught my eye was a recommendation by my friend Gulaz to add a zombie engine into the deck. And I think that is quite good. Our other friend Cub suggested that we add recruiters into the deck, which I'm generally really not in favor of recruiters, honestly. Because when you play against good players, it's very seldom that they'll actually attack over it and you'll get value. But there are ways that we can go around that, and I really do think that this version of the deck is worth some trial. And so let's talk a little bit about the cards that I cut. I cut DD Warrior Lady. I cut all 3 Berserk Gorilla, which were kind of the backbone of the strategy before, in addition to our 2 Spy. Definitely, if you look at the 40 card main deck represented up here, the idea is that we're going to have these recruiters, and we're going to want to capitalize off them as our kind of like opening gambit, if that makes sense. Before I was kind of focused on wanting either to summon this giant guy in attack mode or have our friend Spy in defense mode. That's come the way that we're opening, but I think that summoning a recruiter is maybe just as good. I'm not sure, we'll have to see. So we cut these staple monsters, and I envisioned Cobra Jar as kind of similar to functioning to Spy, and so if we cut Spy, we unfortunately have to cut Cobra Jar. I finally decided that I'm going to cut Stein for now. I have a different kind of strategy in my pocket that I'm thinking of making the deck go down later, which involves more Last Will shenanigans, but for now, I just don't think that there's enough of an upside for me when we're trying to pull ourselves out of the hole of how many times we've lost recently. And so we're getting rid of Stein. Similarly, I think enemy controller is a really good idea in principle, but it just didn't really come up enough for me with Coldwave to make it really worth it. So I'm going to try without it for a bit. Now, these remaining cards are the ones that we are going to cull from the side. King Tiger Wanghu, I think, was really good for us in the previous incarnation of the deck. I think it was a really kind of scary card for the majority of our opponents, but as you can see in the deck now, we're playing a lot more cards that would get instant killed by a King Tiger. And so before we had stuff like Berserk Gorilla or Setting Spy, which would be kind of okay. But this time we don't really have that. And so we're gonna cut King Tiger for now. And we replaced him in the side with our friend Panda, which I think serves a similar purpose to getting over small things. But I guess we'll have to see. I also cut the Rhoda package, which I just don't think were working, and Scapegoat and Ashura Priest. I exchanged swords for Scapegoat, and I know I've been kind of waffling between the two, which I think is better, and so we're gonna run with swords for now. And I cut a Ashura Priest because I think that in the side we have more options to deal with stuff like goats now, and so maybe we don't need Priest. Not sure. Apart from that, the side is basically the same. We exchanged the Royal Decrees in the main for 2-trap Dust Shoot. Dust Shoot is obviously very good against a lot of matchups, and I kind of think that the matchups where Dust Shoot isn't as good are maybe also the matchups where Royal Decree maybe isn't as good, and so I think maybe Dust Shoot is a better main deck option, where we go into Royal Decree if we know that the opponent is playing a lot of traps. But yeah, apart from that, so this is what the main deck looks like now. The major changes are that we added the 2 Pyramid Turtle, 1 Spirit Reaper, and Ryukoki for the zombie package. We added 3 Giant Rats who can search the majority of our kind of, I don't even know, what are they called? What are they called? Like enablers in the deck, the floaters. And so they can grab other rats, they can grab Pyramid Turtle, they can even grab Gillosaurus, but they can also grab Exiled Force and Injection Fairy Lily, which I think is going to be good. Clearing out some of the monsters allowed us the space to add Sinister Serpent back into the main, which I think is similarly good. And one thing I'm very excited about is that we had some room to add creature swap now. Now that we have all these recruiters, we have 5 recruiters and 2 Gillosaurus. That are so many different targets that are really good for creature swap. And so now I think that we play it at 2 in the main. And so, all right, so I wanted to keep this a little bit short. Hopefully I succeeded in that. We're gonna hop on ladder right now. We're gonna see how far this deck can take us. They have 4 seconds to decide. Do they want to fight? They want to catch these hands? No, they didn't want to catch these hands. Sad. Sad. But we are not strangers to opponents running away from us. Raven 45. The 45th Raven defeated us in rock, paper, scissors. Good luck, have fun. Good luck, have fun. I'm also experimenting with making the music louder in the background. It's a little bit weird because I can hear it in my ears while I'm recording, and so I feel like I have to like scream in order to get over it. But I do like the kind of relaxation component of having it in the background. All right. Anyways, and so here we have Raven. Raven has 247 ELO, but a lot of experience, and they are probably running Thunder Dragon Chaos. So this is gonna be tricky. Okay, so here's an interesting kind of opening move. Obviously, we could summon Breaker and try to get the +1, which I think is what we're going to do, just because we have no other cards. If I had a Giant Rat, I would play it, but we're going to play Breaker, and he's going to get a Jar of Greed, for sure. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, we're not upset about that. We have our own ring to set. Obviously, if this is Spy, that would be kind of unfortunate. But if it were Spy, it's Sangan. Okay. We take the 1000, of course. Okay. Drive Infecting Virus. Okay. Alright, so let's check for lethal. Let's check for lethal. We actually have it, right? We have it if we can pre-mat Breaker, attack over Sangan, attack with Injection Fairy Lily, and then ring our own Breaker. I think we go for it. Unfortunately, we can't use Coldwave and achieve that result. I'm gonna hit him with the big think. Is there a way that we could use Coldwave here, then attack with Injection Fairy Lily instead? And then not go for lethal this exact turn? I don't know, no, I think that there's actually not a whole lot of downside. So we're gonna go for Lily. Yeah, because he shouldn't actually be super afraid of this. Mirror Force obviously obliterates us, but I don't think that that is likely to be Mirror Force. And now I'm thinking I did the math wrong, didn't I? Yeah, he is like he's not even gonna be close. That's fine though. Right, Geki Break. Okay, that changes the math anyway. Oh, Sinister Serpent grows. Yeah, because 34 would have brought him down to 24. Yeah, so I'm just dumb. I'm dumb. That's fine, though. That's fine. It's okay to be dumb. Yeah, I do think we use Ring there because protecting Breaker sounds pretty good to me. Trap Dust Shoot. Send by main phase. I think we Cold Wave. Because I don't know if this could interact with Breaker specifically. I mean, it could be a Regeki Break, right? But that would be okay. We get a free +1 there. Well, I guess technically not, because we used Cold Wave and we... That's interesting that he didn't use Regeki Break. He had Serpent in hand, so it would have been just a clean 1-for-1. But yeah, so now he can't activate any spell traps. He does have Light and Dark. Okay. Spirit Reaper. Ooh. I think this is kind of scuffed. As you could tell, I'm going a little bit fast here. I really should slow down. But I do think that because we're in kind of a bad situation here, I think we go for game by summoning Tribe. But there's basically nothing that Tribe's going to get over. It could be Spy. It could be Night Assailant. I could summon Spear Reaper instead, but I don't think so. I think we try to go for game. I mean, this could theoretically be Serpent. And so I guess we do have a chance for game here. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Coldwave was last turn. The turn I summoned Grandmark. Yeah, it does not work for 3 turns. That would make Coldwave. Oh, we're calling a judge. Okay. Sure. Sure. That works for me. That's perfect. I probably should have suggested that before. Trap, Dust Shoot. Alright, we got TD, Spy, Deco, Moth, Serp. TD, Spy, Serp. Think. No spells. So we want to do... Spy doesn't... We'll do Dekoichi. We'll do Dekoichi. I could have done Spy, I guess. Because then we could have definitely gotten in with Spirit Reaper, but I don't necessarily care about getting a card out of his hand. Spy obviously gets defeated by Tribe Infecting Virus. Serpent's not a big deal. Moth is also not a big deal because he, for whatever reason, has drawn no spells, which is odd. But okay, now I'm starting to get why Raven might have been more of a stickler about Coldwave, because their hand's not as good as I thought it was going to be. They have no spell traps, which means our Coldwave didn't do anything. It did literally nothing. Oh, that's a very, very good card. Okay. Graceful Charity. Knock. Knock plus Exiled Force wins us the game. So, Gillosaurus. I'm sorry, Gillosaurus. I guess we could have kept Gillosaurus. We could have kept it. Ooh, that's interesting. Alright, we know they have no way to stop this, so. Also, the Trap Dust Shoot didn't matter, really. Alright, we gotta lock back in, guys. We gotta lock back in. We're locking. Okay. I think I like all the Monarchs. We'll take a level 2 in over a Gillosaurus. We'll take 2 Minecons over Brains. Decree, maybe? No, that trap does shoot. Went pretty hard. Maybe did, no, Duo's not as good going second. Maybe Swords? Swords could be interesting. Or maybe just Torrential. Well, I like Torrential here. Okay, we got Upstart Goblin into Graceful Charity. Our hand is pretty good. We have Mind Control to grab their set card, and so if I'm afraid it's going to be Moth. Okay, their opening hand was very good. At least I guess they didn't have Thunder Dragon. Okay, so they're probably playing Solemn Judgment, I suppose. I wonder which they'll take here. They're going to take both of them. I wonder which one. Both of them. Here, of course, we could set Ring, but I don't want to, and so we're not gonna. Yeah. Double Dust Shoot is, of course, kind of rough, but I don't feel that bad about it, actually. Grandmark obviously is not very good. Because, of course, we could Brain Control Grandmark, but that is a bad value proposition with Sangan specifically, and so I think that we probably set Ring Pass. No reason to not set Ring here. No reason to attack, to use it on Sangan though. We still have 7,000 life points, so... Yikes. We are in kind of trouble. Those 2 Drop Dust Shoots did more damage to us than I thought they were going to do. He seems content with just accumulating more cards. Giant Rat, okay. You know, I'm actually tempted to Coldwave because I really don't want this rat to get killed by a Regeki Break. But I think that that's probably just strictly bad. So I think that we're going to do it. Sakuretsu Armor. That's an interesting card for him to have sided. I guess Cold Wave would have went pretty okay there. But I'm not super upset because again, he's still not putting a whole lot of pressure on us. Unfortunately, he knows that I have the mind control, and so there's the mind game of when he finally does set a monster. What should I do about that? Exiled Force is so bad. These are... Look at these cards. Look at these cards and tell me. I think it might finally be time that we need to Grandmark. Because we're just going to run out of life points at this point. And so we're going to... use Brain Control. I could attack with Sangan to make sure I get 1,000 in, but I think that that is not the play. So we're going to sack him for Grandmark and pop. I don't know what the ordering is here. Like, was he allowed to use Ring? I think no, right? Because he did Sangan first. I think it's technically means that he missed the timing window to do that. I don't know though, but that's like super pedantic and I think dumb, and I could be wrong. And so yep. Minecon creature swap Rod. What is Rod? What is Rod? Tell me what Rod is. Yeah, so that's definitely Sinister Serpent right here, for sure. Oh my god! Painful. Okay. I think we do go for the heads-up play of summoning Exiled Force and just attacking with it. We could just do nothing, though. Because I'm 100% certain this is just Sinister Serpent. So we could just do nothing. We could just do nothing. I do kind of like baiting out someone trying to kill Exiled Force, though. Yeah. Yeah. Raven, I might be dumb, but I'm not that dumb. I'm not that dumb. Okay. That got him the light he needs, and so we're super giga dead, for sure. We're super giga dead. Yeah, I can't really think of anything in our deck that saves us here. Setting a rat would be fine, but I'm sure he has a million knocks back there. I'm thinking about game 3. We have those decrees that I think are going to be pretty good, because now we know he plays like Sakuretsu armor. Rod. He got rid of the rod. What was rod? Oh my god, these cards are... Ugh. Ugh. Yikes. I think that we just set 2 and pass. We could have used Coldwave there, but then he knows that I have nothing. I'm going to admit defeat, so he doesn't know. I'm going to admit defeat this so he doesn't know about the bluff. Okay. I want to add Decree because he's playing some traps that I wouldn't mind getting Decree with, but I also want to keep Trap Dust Shoot in. I think the Decree is more important. We will change for Jinzo, so maybe, you know what, no, we'll do Jinzo, Decree, and 2 Trap Dust Shoot, I think is a good ratio. We will be bringing in our duo. We got kind of walled, and so I think that we're gonna creature swap for duo. I think that's good. Good luck. Good luck, have fun. Good luck, have fun. Okay. I could Graceful Charity here, but I'm kind of afraid of running out of zombie targets for Pyramid Turtle. And I think Pyramid Turtle is a fine opening. That's fine. I'll summon him. I don't think that we use... He is playing MST, so I don't think that we said anything. I think we just pass. Is there a judge online yet? Nope. There sure isn't. Hilariously, I'm going to use Coldwave again, and Raven's going to get pissed. Raven's not going to be happy about that. I am going to use it, right? Because we can get in with Reaper. Unfortunate with Thunder Dragon, but that is just gonna be how it is. Yeah, that was unlikely to have occurred, but it did occur, and so we can't be upset. If they set a card, okay, things are looking pretty good. Yeah, using Nobleman's gonna make him mad, but I think that we just have to. Here we're gonna definitely Charity though. Okay, he didn't get mad. He is being good about it. We're definitely gonna keep Ring I like Mirror Force here. I think that we can get rid of a Brain Control. And I also kind of like Lily. Because Lily can be 34, 46, 49, plus Ring is still not enough. So maybe we don't summon Lily, actually. I think I like Rat. I like level 2. I think we get rid of Rat. I could have summoned there, but I didn't want to. Because this could be torrential. I think it's more likely a battle trap. I think it's more likely a battle trap. Because it was not chained to Coldwave, which makes me think it was non-chainable. Okay, there goes the second spy and the third spy. Okay, battle phase. Reaper in. Yeah, we saw that coming. Now here I would have kind of loved the Rat, but I think that we set Ring and pass. If he tries to attack over it with a normal monster, it's fine. We either let that happen, or we can ring it. That pot was actually very unfortunate for us in terms of tempo. No problem. No problem. We let those go for sure. He's gonna knock me. I think that we ring. That might have been wrong. But I really don't like Sook as a card. I really just don't like Sook as a card, and so I'm gonna get rid of it. Delinquent Duo is very good. Now, of course, I would have loved to keep the ring because I could have maybe sniped Sook. So we're gonna summon. We're gonna go all in with Lily. Man, he's got all sorts of battle traps. This one. If it's the other Thunder Dragon, I'm gonna scream. It's not. Card destruction. Interesting. Okay, so his hand is fairly weak. Mystic level 2 is gonna get in. Yikes. Hopefully that's not Serpent. It's not. Okay, so we're up one card in the top deck war. We have Mirror Force and Pyramid Turtle. Premature Burial is a fantastic card because we can get back our level 2. That is what we want to do, I think. And we will summon... I'm going to move him to make it clear, and we will summon Pyramid Turtle. That was excellent. That was incredibly necessary. Now there's not a whole lot they can do just to kill me. That's kind of scary. Do I set any of these to defense mode? If I attack with both, I can get just Mystic Swordsman level 2. I think that we attack with both. It's kind of greedy, but I think it's okay. Yeah. That was the correct call. Yeah, because now we just need one of the two to get in. We have Mind Control. Okay, this Mindcon goes through. Things are looking good. Okay. GG to Raven45. That was very tough. That was tough emotionally. We sat for a pretty long time with the judge call. over Coldwave. Wouldn't it be funny though if you guys told me in the comments that Coldwave works the way that he thinks it works? That would be very funny, but we got there, okay? We got there. So we're going to update our elo. 433. All right, let's hop right back in because I don't know about you guys, but I really just want a match. I want a fun match where I can have some fun with Yugioh, and that one was less fun than I wanted it to be. The Unexpected Bullet. Now, the Unexpected Bullet's the kind of fun that I want. Unexpected Bullet has a ton of ELO for their experience. They've won like every single match they've played, it seems. So it's time for us to take them down. Trap does shoot. Okay. Not agreed. Sinister Serpent. Alright, I think that we probably lead with Breaker. One of these is going to be chainable, and the other one's probably not. And so it's a pretty fair... Alright, we're going to aim for this one. We're aiming for that one. Ooh, we did it. Okay. Breaker in. Oh, okay, we're playing Pac-Man. This is going to be interesting. This is certainly going to be interesting. Breaker obviously is one of our very best cards against Pac-Man, so using it so early was maybe... We're going to have to keep that in mind for games 2 and 3. Grand Marg obviously goes incredibly hard, so does our Zaborg. We are going to ring this, I think. Thinking on summon. We could ring it. We could also Grand Marg it, but I think that we ring it. Because I think that he wanted to do something with it immediately. You could set a monster, but that's okay. The back row, I think, makes me more worried because it could be Dark Core. Dude, that's so based. This gamer, I love Unexpected Bullet. Dark Core. That's gonna be the thumbnail for sure. Okay. Nobleman Across Out is an incredibly good card. We will Giant Rat into Gravity Bind. No Gravity Bind, okay. They really wanted to get rid of Breaker, which was interesting. Coldwave is another very good card. One that we shall use. Because we can go Grand Marg, pop this, summon Gigantes is pretty strong. Spell Shield type 8. Unexpected Bullet is the gamer of the century. I love decks like this. They're just so much fun. But yeah, we're in a really good spot here. If they set stuff, we have Nobleman Across Out. They cannot set any back row because of Coldwave. Yeah, we're looking good. Okay. Decree is a very important card in this. Jinzo is also going to be good. What do we want here? Probably over 1 Grand Marg, maybe. Yeah, Zaborg I think is fine. Do we want Mind Control over Brain Control? I think yes. Creature Swap is also going to be pretty okay. I think I like Panda. Level 2 is also going to be pretty good here. Level 2 can go over... what can I go over? Do we really need all these for this matchup? Probably not. Delinquent Duo could be okay. Yeah, like I'm actually inclined to take even more of those away. Torrential Tribute is interesting, but I think that we keep it out until game 3. See if it's really something we need. Yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep it going. Let's keep energy high. We're going. The Unexpected Bullet's here. Royal Decree plus Panda. Not bad. Not bad at all. Plus knock. Sheesh. Swords, okay. Because of swords, I do think we knock this. I don't think it's going to be anything like Big Shield Guard now, necessarily. So we'll knock it. Because it could be scarabs, and then summoning monsters would be bad. It's Lakuta, which is even scarier. We will set these two, we will pass the turn. It's 1 out of 3 on swords, which I will mark here. Ah, he's got it. Oh, he's playing Thunder Dragon, okay. Some of the Pac-Man monsters are darks, right? Like Scarabs is. I think Locusts... I don't remember what Locust is. It could be either Earth or Dark. Injection Fairy Lily. Do I summon more monsters? I think I'm okay with setting Panda and passing. I think I'm okay with that. Obviously, if they get us into like a Scarab kind of loop, that would be quite poor. Matassa the Zapper. Okay, this is not the deck I was thinking of. Holy, okay. He's huge now. He's got 21. That is fine. Thinking, do I get Koki here or do I get Reaper? Reaper could be pretty good. Could be attack or defense, right? Yeah. Huh. Reaper could be pretty good. Reaper could be pretty good. I could have gotten Koki. I could have gotten another Pyramid Turtle. Dark Core! I love it! Oh, this is such a cool deck. Okay, we can... Coldwave is interesting. Big think. Okay. We can Gigantes into Zaborg, which I think is the play. It's a 1 for 2? Yeah. I think that's the play. Now, do we Coldwave, though? I think no. I think no. I don't think we don't have to do that. So, banish you, summon you, sack you, summon you, pop you. And now Swords expires. We have our friend Grandmarg. We have our friend Royal Decree. He has our friend, and I called him Grandmarg. That's funny. That's a throwback to the first episode where I called Grandmarg Zaborg, and now I called Zaborg Grandmarg. We have had a lot of character growth over the past few episodes. Okay, well, this is unfortunate. I don't think we're dead. Yeah, we're not dead yet. We're not dead yet. This does take us out of range for 2 Lily Pumps, which is the number of Lily Pumps that we want. Graceful Charity. Because we will have exactly 4,000 life points. So we're going to hope for a good card off of Charity. These are not necessarily good cards off of Charity. I think we're definitely sending Koki, of course, to the bin. We could keep Jinzo. We already have a Decree, though. So yeah, we're definitely getting rid of Koki, for sure. We already have Decree for Jinzo. Yeah, we already have Decree, so I don't think we need that. We will summon Radicus to get over the Matassa. This is a really interesting deck, though. It's a in between of Pac-Man and Matassa with a spicy dark core. They work pretty well. We haven't seen any floodgates is really kind of the thing. Like, where's the level limit? Where's the gravity bind? setting that. Oh, he didn't attack. Interesting. Standby phase, we get 1,000 life points. Main phase. Now we could activate Coldwave here. Ooh, if we activate Coldwave, we can get back our Zaborg. We can, if we activate Coldwave here, we can get game. Okay, so we summon Gigantes. We attack him with Rat first to get something bigger than Rat. We don't have to do that, or do we? I don't know. All right, we're gonna write Big Think. Big Think. All right, so we Rat in, and we get we can't get something bigger than Rat because we have Injection Fairy Lily. So Injection Fairy Lily plus Rat is 48, plus 24 is 72. Okay, that's enough. We're gonna Coldwave here. All right, now let's see if my math failed me, kind of like my math failed me before. All right, we'll banish, we'll summon. I don't think we need. I think this is sufficient, right? Yeah, 100 over. Sheesh. Wow, okay. There's the L-Lab. Yeah, I don't think he played that wrong, honestly. He did see Coldwave, but like the Gigantes play, I think is pretty heads up. And so, unexpected bullet. You did great. I hope I wasn't your first loss because you were absolutely killing it on ladder, man. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. All right, and so do we. So do we, friends. We got 2 wins. Give him the smile. Okay, 2 wins, guys. That is more wins in a row than we've had in a while. So let's hop on over and commemorate that. Okay, 449. Definitely one of the advantages of the graphic that I have here with Grandmarg is that you can't necessarily see the results of the past couple duels until we've already played a few more, and so you can't see how much of this the zigzaggy struggle we've been dealing with recently. But it's been a while since we've gotten 2 wins in a row. So unfortunately, because of the way the first match went, I don't know how much time we have left together in the video. But fortunately, I don't care. I don't care how much time we have left because we're going to play another game. We're playing another game. I think it's really the Angie friends that pushed us over the top. I don't remember the last time we brought the angry friends. But I think they got us out of something that time too. A little graphical glitch. I don't know what's going on here. It's empty. Okay, our opening hand is not fantastic. It will be fantastic once we draw Giant Rat off the top. MST targeting itself, the classic. Okay, so now we know he has MST for our Mirror Force. No, it's the ghost of our deck. Okay, well that didn't help our situation. Okay. Because we know he has MST, I think we're going to set both of these, and whichever one survived is the stronger card. I could set a creature swap too to get like really kind of cute, but I don't think I want to. He has Dust Tornado. He has them both. Dust Shoot. I think I would have probably wanted to keep Mirror Force. I don't know. All right, so he has MST, Mirror, Bottomless, and Charity. DD Warrior Lady going back. The Charity makes it unfortunate. DD, please. Only one monster. Only one monster, so I don't gotta tell him which one. I don't gotta tell him which one. Yeah, you always feel bad, but then, like, do you hold it into the main phase? Like, maybe you do. Maybe that actually was the correct thing. Because he could have MST'd it. Got rid of Bazoo. And Bottomless, okay. Well, I'm keeping... you guys don't get to see. Oh, Gaff, okay. Okay, we're taking some life points. Yeah, you guys don't get to see, but I'm keeping notes. See, MST, Mirror, Charity. But now we know he doesn't have Charity, so get rid of that. Boink. Okay. Sangan. Sangan is very good. Sangan is very, very good. We don't... Is he gonna Mirror Force our Sangan? Will he Mirror Force our Sangan? If he does, do I care? No, I don't care. So we are going to attack with Sangan. Then in the main phase 2, we will give him our Sangan as a gift. Here, he's yours. I don't want him anymore. Alright, he has MST, so we're not going to set the creature swap. There might have been a reason to keep the Sangan. Okay, so we know he has Mirror Force, and so we definitely don't want to summon the turtle until main phase 2. So we are going to attack with Gorilla because we have to. Trading his Gorilla for a Mirror Force seems fine with me. We will set our friend, I think. Alright, so no more Mirror Force. He has MST set, almost certainly. That is giga unfortunate, because I didn't have to put it in defense mode. Now we have nothing. Maybe I should have thought about that. I should have definitely thought about that, because they're an aggro deck, and so they'll, of course, be playing... they'll, of course, be playing Knock. Okay, I could Exiled Force a pop Sangan, then I can get something off Sangan. I think I have to. I think I have to. I do think we get just a Grat, right? I could get Gillosaurus, which is kind of funny, but we already summoned this turn, so... Well, I can get Spirit Reaper. I would probably get Spirit Reaper if not for... Ooh. Big think. If not for Creature Swap. I could get Pyramid Turtle. But I think I want Rat. Okay, hopefully he doesn't kill me this turn. He definitely can with normal summon Gigantes. That's okay. He's playing a lot of traps, and so we're gonna be a Coldwave. Okay. Do we fear the back row though? It's MST, right? It's MST. We don't fear anything. We don't fear anything. We didn't fear anything. Okay. At some point, we're going to set something to bait the MST, I think. Or we could just not, and that can just be a dead card forever. Ring of Destruction. Okay. Do I Cold Wave? I don't think so. I could to save the Rat. The Rat is really kind of our lifeline, but we also want to kind of set Ring, but maybe I don't care. I think if I was gonna use Cold Wave, I would use it to pop this. They wouldn't play that card unless it were an answer to rat, though. Because then why bother playing it? Big think. It's pretty devastating if we lose rat. I could just not attack. I do think we need to put pressure on, though. I don't think I should be that worried. I think maybe Coldwave Grandmark is just the play. We'll see what he does here. Now, if he can out-rat right now, that would actually be really, really bad, right? Because then I have nothing. So I need to think about that more. Okay, I think that we do it. I think we have to. Let's see. Would it have paid off or no? Huh, I guess not really. I guess not really? Yeah, I guess not really. But a Grandmark up is not bad. We do still have 2 rat and 2 pyramid turtle in the wings, and now we don't have torrential to worry about anymore. Or mirror. Yeah, so we can go aggro now if we want to. We have ring with still healthy enough life total to handle that. All right. In before he's like, wait, wait a second. Coldwave is still up. In before then. Spirit Reaper. I mean, obviously, as soon as their Serpent is going, I think Koki is probably also the play. We are going to summon Spirit Reaper for sure after we're done lagging a little bit. And I think that we're going to set creature swap. I really should go back in the log to see which one he hit between... Alright, sorry, lagging. Yeah, he's thinking we're being rude, but I promise we're not rude. We're just bad. Yeah, we're lagging pretty bad. This might actually just be like 100% my end. I'm tempted to refresh. Oh. Huh, I don't think I've ever seen the reconnecting page actually on Dueling Book. So maybe it's not me. Okay. Why did that go through, but my text didn't go through? I don't know. You know when the opponent shuffles that you're going to get in. We're going to pick that one. That was the MST. That's crazy. This wasn't MST all along. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Okay, well now that MST is gone, we can set that card, and also that's it. All right, so we end the turn. We have a ring play onto a Grandmark. But we will wait until the last possible moment to do that, which is right now. He could book my Grandmark, which is definitely a card he could be playing. That's a normal thing to do, right? You put the little chip on. You could like target it, but then it's not as clear, I don't think. So I don't know. I think our deck is well positioned to fight against this Earth aggro deck. I would not mind Swords. Swords of Revealing Light. Even one Mobius actually seems okay. Maybe even Jinzo. You know? Maybe even Jinzo? Autonomous Action Unit? Yeah, that seems good. Whew. How are you guys? How are you guys doing? Happy Halloween. Are you getting dressed up, going out? Are you Going to a party? Maybe. I've always really liked Halloween because my birthday is also in October, and so it really kind of just feels like an extra celebration for me specifically. I also lived abroad for quite a few years, and it was really fun to celebrate Halloween over there because they they definitely approach it with, I think, more zeal as adults than we do in the United States. They're like super excited to take part in it, which I think is really sweet. And so I always think about that. Okay, Mad Dog of Darkness is insane. That is an insane card for him to have in his deck. He had Charity, I had Pots. Swords of Revealing Light. Okay, I could Brain Control Gigantes into Mad Dog, pop that, which would be pretty funny. I could also Pyramid Turtle to get Reaper in. Ooh, that seems not bad. I kind of like that. It seems pretty aggressive, but I think that that's kind of fun, so we're going to go for it. Okay, we attack with Pyramid Turtle first. Oh. Hopefully we don't get torrentialed here. We're having all sorts of heads-up plays with Gigantes this match. Yeah, well, you have a lot of advantage now. We want this card. Heavy Storm. We will play Swords because I think that there's not a reason not to. Okay. Unfortunately, we already have the Koki in hand. Hilariously, we can do another Gigantes play. Hilariously, we can do another Gigantes play, which is just funny enough for me to do. Torrential's fine. Torrential's totally fine. Also, one on Swords. Okay, we haven't summoned yet. All of our targets for Pyramid Turtle are gone, unfortunately. But he doesn't know that. I think we probably go Giga Aggro. Right? We just go... or maybe we don't. We'll do Pyramid Turtle. We'll summon Gigantes. What the heck? It's Mirror Force, I actually don't think I care. Yeah. Oh, Magic Cylinder, okay. Yeah, I'll totally trade the 1900 life points for another +1. I am fine with that. Mirror Force is good. Presumably these don't have that many defense points, but I don't think I can get over it with Pyramid Turtle. And so I think we're going to sack it for Ryu Koki. That's almost as much attack points as Rat plus Pyramid Turtle, and Pyramid Turtle's out of targets. We will attack with Gigantes though, because I'm not afraid of this being a big defender. And Rage Battle Ox is pretty fun. Already got rid of Heavy, and so we'll set the Mirror Force. There's really no reason to, I suppose, but there's really no reason not to either. Very funny. Yeah, but there's no reason not to, because we can just summon and kill. He's dead on board. We will summon Rat though, just for style points. Hit him with the GG. Increased by 19. Wow. GG. Okay, guys. What if the changes we made to the deck are actually good? What if we succeeded in making a deck that is actually better than the deck we had, instead of just making it worse? What if talking to your friends about deck building actually creates good results? What if? What if? All right. 4, 6, 8. Boing. 468. I think 468 represents the highest we've ever had. Yes, our next highest was 454. Yes, we're back. We're back, baby. Petty's back. Petty's back in the game. And it only took Cobra Jar. It only took getting rid of Cobra Jar to bring us back in there. So that's it for today's episode. I'm sorry that it was a little bit scuffed. I have no idea how long it's going to be, and so hopefully it's not way too long or way too short, but I will see you next week where we can get some more W's.